Hello! Today we've got another review for you about a Born Pretty Store product. This time it's about the sort of, well, they're not really rhinestones, they're more like just 3D stones, I guess. Sort of difficult to describe. In any case, I think they're really pretty, and when I saw them I immediately thought, well, basically mostly when I saw the stars, I just thought, hey, I need to do a Galaxy nail art with it. I do know Galaxy nail arts are sort of old, and yeah, basically people have been doing them for years, but I still love Galaxy nail art just because I happen to love Galaxy themed things. So yeah. So that's what I did with these studs. And yeah, let's get started. Okay, I'm gonna start out with sort of a purple-ish shade with sort of a greenish shine, just because I think it really fits with the stones that I'm gonna use later. This one is called Wonder Fuel, it's by Essence. And as usual, I'm just going to apply 2 layers of it. And then it's time for the second layer. Okay, for the Galaxy I'm starting out with white. This one is by Max, which is a Dutch Buddhist brand from a Buddhist store. It's just a white nail polish, doesn't have a name or anything. And I'm using a sponge to sponge it on. Also, it smells really weird. In any case, yeah. So basically the idea is to just make some random sort of nebula-like shapes. And then I'm continuing with the purple nail polish. This one is by Kiko. And also doesn't have a name. And just putting a little bit of that onto the white. And if there's too much, you can just go with the sponge over it again with a dry piece of the sponge to remove some of the nail polish. And now I've moved on to pink, which is Free Hugs by Essence. And I'm still using the same sponge, obviously. Just put some of the nail polish on the sponge and that's it. And I'm really being careful with this color, because I don't want to add too much, because then it'll be too pink and purple. So I'm just going to leave it at this. And now I've moved on to blue, which is a Miss Sporty nail polish, which also again doesn't have a name. And for this I'm using a different part of the sponges, because the other ones were purple and pink and this one is blue, so yeah. It seems like a better idea to use a clean part. And I'm basically just putting this on the edge of the nebula. And then moving over to the clean part of the sponge just to blend it out a bit. And then it looks like this. I'm also going to add some white dots to the nails that aren't going to get any of the 3D nail accessories. And this time, because I'm lazy, I'm just putting the dotting tool onto the brush to get the nail polish on there. And then just create some dots. And that's it for those nails. Okay, then it's time to move on to the 3D items. What I really like about these is how they shine. They're like, it's sort of hard to describe really. But it looks like they have sort of a pastel rainbow in it. I'm trying to show you in the light. But yeah, there's a really nice glow to them. And yeah, so the different shapes, there's these little sort of oval shapes, there's dots, there's little squares, and there's little stars. For this look I'm going to use the stars and the dots, because, well, a square isn't really a natural shape for a star, I guess. And the dots can like sort of portray like further away stars, I guess. But yeah, for now I'm going to start with the stars. So it's really like more than enough choice and more than enough, like, you know, single pieces of each and every shape to like make a few for nail art. Yeah. And just as usual, using top coats to apply that. And a dotting tool just to grab the items. And what I do notice is that they're slightly thicker than normal rhinestones. I don't know if you can see it like this. Well, maybe if my camera can focus, you will. But they're sort of a little bit thicker than normal rhinestones, but they still don't like, they're not like too thick, they're not like easy to get caught behind or anything, so that's good. And I'm also going to add some of the dots. I think I'm going to add 1 dot, because I do really want them to stand out and not just be like too many of them. and just grab a dot. And then it looks like this. And then once everything dry, it's time for top coat. And what I always do with rhinestone, well, rhinestone type thingies like these, is to really put top coat straight on top of it. And you do use a little bit more top coat than usual, just to really make sure they're really in the manicure. And not just sort of laying on top of it. Just so that it'll last longer. And then it looks like this. So this is the finished look. As you can see, it's sort of more pale and yeah, pastel-like colors than a usual Galaxy nail art. But I think this fits the sort of stones more better. More better isn't the word. It fits the stones better is what I'm trying to say here. So yeah, I'm trying to show you their sort of rainbow-ish glow here. It really depends on the lights what they look like. I mean, they're white, but you can see it here in this bottom one. They sort of have sort of a pastel rainbow in it. It's really pretty. And yeah, the blue and the pink just returned in the Galaxy, which is why I chose those colors. So yeah, and really there's like enough in there to really make a lot of fun nail arts. I'm definitely going to use the squares sometime too, because I do have a nice idea with those as well. But you might see those in a nail art video, another nail art video someday. So yeah, anyways, I hope you enjoyed watching this tutorial / review. Also, if you also want to try these rhinestones, I keep calling them rhinestones rather than not rhinestones. In any case, if you also want to try these 3D decorations, I'll link them in the description box below. Unless you're watching this on my weblog, in which case it's somewhere in the article. And I also still have a coupon code with which you can get 10% off at an order at Born Pretty Store, which I'll also put down below, and I'll also put it at the end of this video. So yeah, in any case, thank you very much for watching and see you next time. Bye! Okay, it's now time for the second layer. The drying time isn't extremely long or anything. I think I waited for about 3 to 5 minutes. I'm not sure because I started watching a YouTube video.